Hello everyone, this is just a little video to do that kind of conversion from long to wide, which we talked about. So I've got some data, which I'm going to talk us through, and ultimately then we're going to merge them, which we've already done the merging. So I'm going to share my screen. Sorry, I don't have my glasses, so this may actually be quite difficult to do because I can't really see anything. Um, but here you should be seeing this long data set, and we can tell it's long because really we've got here two factors which are acting as unique identifiers, but they're all not, they're only unique when they're combined. So, for example, for each of the constituencies, we have 4 or 5 observations, depending if they're in Scotland or not. But then for each constituency, you have the party appears uniquely. So this is the East Grinstead Conservatives, and we can see how they've got what they've done and their incumbency status. East Grinstead, and then I can see East Ham Conservatives, right? So what we want to do is we want to move to a wide data set where we have just one variable, which is constituency, and then a variable for Conservative vote in 2019, Green vote, Labour, Liberal Democrat. So we have the data, instead of being long, going down, is actually wider. So this is why they're called wide and long data sets. So what we're really going to do is we're going to use the data tab again to kind of create pivot tables. And there are 3 pivot tables that we have to create, right? 2019 votes, 2024 votes, incumbency votes. And then we want to merge in the kind of county, region, and unemployment data to one big data set. So I'm going to go to the data tab, and from table range, I'm going to select insert and data, but I don't want to do that yet because it's a bit of a pain. So this is the whole long data set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and just do 2019 first. Copy. So I'm going to post here. So this is my 2019 data. And I'm just going to keep the constituencies, the parties, and the vote. Right. So just these, the constituency, party, and vote. Now, what I'm going to do is from table range, highlights the entire data set. Yeah, you can see the little dots around it. I'm going to click OK. And this pulls up a query editor. And we've used query editor when we merged already, right? When we did the merging, we're just going to do a different part of the query, Power Query in Excel. So you see, we did that merge queries, if you remember that. But now we're going to go to transform. And if I can see it somewhere, pivot column, what I'm really going to do is create a pivot table. And we've created those. It's just a little bit different and a little bit more complicated, but it's not really that big a deal. So here we say the main value column is main party. That's what I want to do, right? I'm going to click, oh, no, to highlight this. Then pivot column. So constituency or votes, we want it on votes. So what we're saying is this the highlighted main party, there are different values there. We want to expand the data so that instead of being one variable with 4 different observations, Labour, Conservative, Liberal, Democrat, we're then going to create 4 variables, right, of 2019 vote. I'm going to click OK. And what you see here is we've gone from constituency, instead of having a variable saying which party's vote it is, we have a variable for each party's votes. Yeah. It's just a simple pivot table. That's it. Then I'm going to close and load. And I want to produce it as a table. Just going through it. You see how this now looks? I'm going to click on it and convert to. Yeah, there we go. So this is now the way I want it. But you see, instead of having, 4 times the constituency number of observations, I've now, for each constituency, I've got Conservative vote, Green Party, Labour, Liberal Democrat, Scottish National Party, and Reform. There are no reforms, so I'm going to highlight that and delete it. And I'm going to do, and I'm going to call this, change this from table one. I'm going to rename it to 2019, right? Because this is our 2019 data. Yeah. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to copy this. Because I don't need it. Copy. Paste. I'm going to get rid of these now because I want to do 2024. Oh, but I want main party, of course. Delete. Delete. I'm just going to do the same thing. Data from table range, highlighting the correct thing. Power query. I'm going to transform pivot column. I want to pivot on 24 votes. It's created new series variables. That all looks good. Back to home. And close. I want a table. Convert to range again. I'm going to call this 2024, right? It's all there. Going to delete all this, I don't need it. Go back to long data, highlight to incumbent, copy, paste. Now I don't need these. And I don't need these. Yeah, got those. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Data from table range, click OK. Transform. Pivot column. I'm going to pivot on incumbent, aren't I? Click OK. Incumbents or not. Close and load to. Close and load it to a table again. Yeah. Convert to range. And it's there. Now, what I need to do is I need to merge these all together, but I also need to merge them to the county, the country, region, county, and unemployment, right? Because those things aren't varying. Those are the same in each district. So I'm going to copy this, paste it into here. Now I'm going to delete these variables because I've already kind of got these. Delete. And I'm going to change this to rename this incumbent. Yeah. And I'm going to rename this unemployment. Now, I'm going to save this data. So I'm going to save as, and this is going to be long to wide. Yeah, we'll call it long to wide. Now, I'm going to close it. Start a new Excel data set. File. I'm going to go to data and I'm going to get data. I'm going to get data from an Excel workbook, right? Remember, we've done this already. And that long book is long to wide. And I'm going to merge in just different data, right? So I'm going to select multiple sources because I want 2019, 2020 unemployment and UE. I don't want long data, right? So I'm going to load. And what we see, these are being brought into the Power Query, right? Just gonna say, start with 2019, gonna go to edit, right? We've done this. This is just merging, right? So I'm gonna merge them in one at a time. So I want to merge in, you can see where merge queries, merge is new. So I've got 2019 and 2024, want to match them up on constituency, click OK. What we notice there, see these are the 2019 data. When I expand it, I have constituency, I don't need that, I'll get rid of that ultimately, but 24 Conservative, 24 Liberal Dem, all the way through, right? That's great. Now I'm going to merge again. Yeah. So I want incumbency, again by constituency, click OK. Comes in. Here, the incumbency, I can expand that. This is the incumbent for each party, right? Coded, and again, the constituency name. That's good. Now I can merge to new again. Now I'm going to bring in the unemployment data, right? I'm going to highlight my constituency, 41 matches. Click OK. Go along here, look at this data. Yeah. All the stuff we need. Now I'm going to close and load to new. Then load it to table. Going to click on it, convert it to range, because I hate tables. I'm going to get rid of that because that's just a repeat. Going to get rid of that because that's just a repeat, right? Going to get rid of that because that's just a repeat. I really want to change this to conservative 2019, right? Because I want to make sure I remember that, but that's just a code book issue. But otherwise, that's it. That's my data set. I've gone from a long data set to a wide data set just through using the Power Queries. All right, I'm going to post this and see you next week. Bye-bye.